Hi again, back doing another beer and ramble, TV ramble. This time it's a beer. Um, Today I am eating the same meal. When I reviewed the Ice House Edge, I reviewed this. I was having the same meal: pork chops and peas. It was pork chop and rice, but today's pork chops and some peas and some yellow rice. Take a look. There's a little eggplant right there. And I had the Ice House Edge. But today I will have everyone's favorite malt liquor, Steel Reserve 211, the 8.1% high gravity. Ooh. This beer came out in 2001, from the Steel Brewing Company, which it was gobbled up by Miller Brewing Company. I have the 8.1% version, as I mentioned. Uh, American malt liquor style, or or strong lager. Other places have it at across the country. You probably see it sold at 6%. I think Louisiana, Vermont, and New Hampshire, places like that, 6%. But the rest of the country gets it at 8%. Um, this beer gets dumped on a lot by a lot of people and has negative views about it. But the Bros, given an 83 score. Beer Advocate. Sorry, I got to eat. It's been a long day, guys. Beer Advocate gives a 62. Rate Beer, which present they, I think they trashed it. I'm not sure what the score was, but probably trash. I don't really care what Rate Beer has to say. They trash anything that's from the BMCs for whatever the reason. Anyway, um, like I said, the beer gets dissed a lot by a lot of people, but it's won plenty of awards. Won a gold medal at the World Beer Cup, I believe, was 2008. I could be wrong about the year, but here you can smell the corn, sweetness of this beer. It's very potent, very strong. It's going good with this meal I'm having right now. Um, see, first time I had this to reserve was about the time it came onto the scene, like I said, 2001. Um, where was I? My brother was mentioning, my younger brother mentioned about it, and I was already at drinking age. My brother had, he just had sips here and there, but he began to get, we tried some of this one time, and the first time I tried this thing really laid me on my ass. I mean, big time. I thought it was like, ugh, this is wretched. The first time I had it, and I've had other malt liquors, as I mentioned, Old English, King Cobra, Country Club, which I have the beer right here, Country Club, and I will do a review, so stay tuned. Um, so I got the 16-ounce can. I thought it was I thought it was horrible, but over the years, I started getting it more recently. Like I said, back in 2013, I began to slowly embrace, this beer and other malt liquors or extra strong beers. Um, very carbonated. I had this in my cooler in my car. I picked it up on the way I got from the barbershop and immediately threw it in my cooler. There's a lot of ice and it's still cold, which is, you got to drink these extra cold. So the color, as it says, your traditional lager color, very yellowish, but you know it's very easy. It's some people prefer the 6% because it's a lot more easier to drink, not too overly strong, but So it's going well with this meal, as I said. Pan Asian, Latin American food, barbecue, spicy foods. I have some pepper jelly, by Tabasco. It looks like jelly, but it has little peppers. You've seen it in the stores. Um, and like I said, you can get this beer anywhere. I mean, it's one of the malt liquors. Where some of the others I mentioned, I can't find. I can't find Orange 800 in Alabama or King Cobra or even Schlitz. I had to get Schlitz at home. When I go home, I get Schlitz from up there, and also Country Club. Um, and when I'm when I go to my neighboring state, Mississippi, I can get OE and King Cobra with no problem. I call 45. So I would say of the malt liquors that are pretty much available everywhere, I would say the 211 Steel Reserve, as well as the Colt 45, are probably the two that you see everywhere across the country. Of course, when this beer came out, of course, Anheuser-Busch, excuse me, seeing the success of this beer, went ahead, of course, put out Hurricane, their high gravity malt. They have a 6% version and they have their 8%. Um, these beers, I mean, they sell, but they don't sell as well or as much as the other beers out there, like the top top beers in the world, Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever. I mean, they have their niche market, and and when you read and you look at these malts, um, price point, they're pretty cheap. Again, I paid like $1.10 for this 16-ounce can. Some places 69 cents, other places 89 cents. But for the 16-ounce can, I stopped and I was getting gas in my car, and I said, well, let me get something to have my dinner with, and there it was. And actually, I really wanted to find the Colt 45 High Gravity. That's also a very strong malt beer, strong lager beer. That's also 8%. But lately, for some reason, that beer has been slowly leaving this area here in Mobile, and for whatever the reason. So, um, go figure what that is. But I guess it's still out there. But anyway, um, as you see, with a lot of these malt liquors, you see the cans. It's always silver. It's always black, or it always has bold lettering. I mean, all capitalized lettering. You see it's all caps Steel Reserve. Colt 45. King Cobra, Old English. These things. Country Club. Welcome to the club. We are part of the golf club. You're with power. The bull. All these are always in blue, gold, silver cans, bold lettering, bold letters, just to show their emphasis of strength. And I'm in charge of this son of a bitch. Better watch out. So anyway, nothing really much to say about Steel Reserve. It's I haven't tried the 6%. I need to go to Louisiana. My friend, Mr. Ronald J. Terrio, who's watching probably, and many others who live down there. Um, I need to try the 6% and give it a shot and see what it's about, and see if it's you know, worthy worthy of trying, and see if maybe I need to switch from the 8 to the 1. But that's all I get here. Um, you know, uh, it's a good beer. You know, what I'm going to be doing now, guys, instead of doing the grades, I'm going to do it by the point scale instead of and I think the point scale probably is easier, makes a little more sense. Um, so on this beer, because of the style, it's been around for a while. Here's my meal. I'm gonna give this between a scale of zero meaning 0 to 10. 0 meaning it's shit. 10 it's fantastic. For this, I'm gonna give this an 8. I think Steel's good, but I think the other malt liquors, as I mentioned the names, I think King Cobra is fantastic. OE is fantastic as well. Um, I got Country Club here, and also I got the Bull OML and the VSL, which I'm probably going to probably do by myself. I've been throwing it out there for people who wanted to do a review with me, but obviously people's schedules are what they are. So, but I'm giving this an 8, the 8% for Steel Reserve. I think it's good. Obviously it's everywhere. It does well for Miller, a Miller Brewing Company. It's a pretty decent lager, but it's not the greatest. So, and that's just me. But again, leave your comments, leave your thoughts on the bottom, and tell me what you think. So I am Jean Pierre, or Gene Henderson Pierre, with the Beer and TV Ramble, saying keep watching and cheers or salud.